All right, everybody, welcome back to Thought Provoking Conversations. Look, today marks a milestone in more ways than one. We're stepping boldly into a new chapter, not just as a full video podcast, but through our first ever live recorded conversation hosted at Unfailing Love Christian Church. Look, you all had a privilege and honor to sit down with Pastor Jason Barney, a trusted voice and spiritual mentor for not only me, but to over 200 members of Unfailing Love Christian Church. And as we explore what it truly means to be transformed by the renewing of our mind, especially in the context of kingdom relationships.
Yeah, I was a seminary student struggling with pornography. It was that message that launched my deliverance from pornography. Steve Harvey tells you, how many dates is it before you give it up? 90 days. The Bible says marriage is when you give it up. You got to forgive yourself, because here's the reality about unforgiveness. It is borderlining on idolatry. Sometimes what we see even from our parents were expressions that were not godly, but we have taken them and thought that that was the way that you dealt with stuff. You are not interested in sex, you should not get married. Because now you in a marriage and you fighting all the time because your spouse wanted it and you don't.
Look, you all, this conversation goes beyond dating or marriage. It's about identity, it's about alignment, and it's about surrendering to a process that shapes how we think, how we love, and how we lead in relationships that reflects God's heart. I'm going to be honest with you all. This season of growth hasn't always been comfortable. And even still, there are moments where I'm having to operate in uncomfortableness. And showing up on camera in front of a live audience, well, you all, is stretching me. But transformation never happens in the comfort zone. It happens when we answer the call to grow. And just like I'm stretching myself to show up differently, I'm wanting to invite you to do the same. To ask yourself, am I being led by patterns of the past or by God's vision for my future? And if you're looking for the tools to support that transformation, we got resources designed just for you. Guys, I'm excited to announce that our redesigned website is now live. Built to help you engage more deeply, access content more easily, and then most importantly, to grow more intentionally. Start with the Deeper Connections ebook. It's free and filled with 7 reflective questions to help you dig beneath the surface in your conversations. And when you're ready for the next step, I invite you to go even further with Deeper Connections Masterclass, which is here to walk you through the process of becoming emotionally mature, spiritually aligned, and relationally aware. Because if there's one thing that I'm still learning in this journey called relationships, intentional dating, no matter if you're married, no matter if you're single, pursuing kingdom-minded relationships is this. It requires healing, clarity, and connection that all begins in the mind. And renewing that mind, well, that's a daily decision. So I hope you all will join me for this live recorded episode with Pastor Jason Barney. We're going to go deep, we're being honest, and we're laying a foundation for what kingdom relationships can truly look like when we let God lead the transformation. Y'all, this is Thought Provoking Conversations. I'm your host, Tim Williams, and I'll leave you with this thought. If you want something different, you have to think differently. Let's grow together, you all. We are in a season of intentional dating, and I'm excited for this new pivot that Thought Provoking Conversations has taken. And I hope and I look forward to seeing the feedback and the lives that we can touch by having deeper conversations, more intentional conversations as we lead to what becoming more emotionally intelligent leaders, both personally and professionally within our lives. Thank you all for listening, and let's get ready to join the conversation.